guys, this is Wanda the Traveling Dutchie coming right at you from Costa Rica. Today we're gonna chat about renting a car in Costa Rica. And I'm gonna give you 3 tips to avoid getting scammed while renting a car. Because sadly, look what just flew at me. Sorry, got distracted. Which sadly happens all the time. One way or another, car rental companies take advantage of tourists. So it's very sad because obviously this starts off a tourist vacation completely on the wrong foot. So make sure to watch this video if you plan on renting a car. I actually co-own a travel company, so on a daily basis I deal with renting cars for my clients. So I know exactly which company to rent from, which not to rent from. But let's first get into the different scams. What actually happens here when you rent a car in Costa Rica? So first of all, what happens is that many of the big car rental companies, actually the international ones that you all know by name, we have them all here. They're the ones that actually advertise extremely cheap prices online. So you think you're gonna get a deal and have a great price for a car rental, but what they won't tell you is that once you actually arrive here in San Jose or in Liberia, you're gonna be seeing a lot of extra fees and taxes and insurances that's gonna be added to the price. So the price you're seeing is just a car rental price. But these taxes, fees, and insurances are so expensive that it often exceeds the price of what you thought your total car rental was going to be. So be very careful because it's not cheap to rent a car in Costa Rica. Now, in Costa Rica, by law, it is mandatory to purchase liability insurance. This is an insurance that it doesn't matter what credit card you have or whatever your policy from home offers, they will add it to your bill here in Costa Rica. Everybody must purchase this mandatory insurance. Now, there's 2 different additional insurances that actually covers the car. They're very confusing. They will not explain the differences to you. They will just lump it all in the cost and sort of say, yeah, this is mandatory. But remember, only one of them is. And so they're very conniving with that. And of course, remember, you just arrived in Costa Rica and this is your surprise of, oh, you're gonna have to add the insurance and these are the taxes and the fees. What they do a lot too is you'll arrive and you need to be picked up with the shuttle service, with a little van, because none of these car rental companies are actually at the airport. So they'll overcharge you for that. The point is, you arrive, you're tired from your flight, and all of a sudden you're presented with all these extra costs of taxes, insurances, and fees. Surprise! Again, it is actually the bigger international companies that do this. And for that reason, I boycott them. You know, I don't like it when companies do business that way. So, our company, I've been in the travel industry here in Costa Rica for 16 years. We use a local company that actually has a big fleet. They have been in business for over 30 years. And they do not surprise you with any hidden fees, taxes, or insurances. They're upfront, they're honest, and I love working with them. If you're interested to know which company that is, I'll be happy to put a link in the description box below this video. So when you're done watching this video, just scroll down where there's like text written and there will be a link to the company that I highly recommend, that in all those years we've had never any problems with. It's just better to be safe than sorry, right? So, and that basically is tip number 1. Do not go with the big international companies. Go with this local company. I highly recommend. There's others too, but just, you know, this is my experience. This is what works for me. There's not that many local ones. I know there's more that are good, but this is the one I always use and I can speak highly of. Then tip number 2, you know when you rent a car and they're gonna go around the car and show you the pre-existing damage? They have a paper and they show you where there's dents and scratches and all that. Make a video when they do that. Sadly, there's this scam of certain car rental companies that when you deliver the car, they will basically tell you like, oh look, this damage, you created this damage, and then they will charge you a lot of money for it. I actually saw a video of a tourist where this happened. It was absolutely insane because there was no damage. Have a look here and I'll show you.
Where's the damage? Show me where the damage is. Show me the damage.
Here, where?
Where?
It's the goal. There, in the here.
Okay. So you're saying that I damaged the interior of that? There's nothing there, man.
I'm just telling you, both. I have the information of you, personal information,
Okay.
passport number and everything.
For what?
I'll see you in the court.
You see, I mean, that's absolutely insane. So make that video when they do that check, and even ask them any internal damage I should know about so you can avoid this type of scam, because again, you just don't want to be dealing with this. This is now the end of your vacation, and to have that frustration, but you know, the worry of missing your flight or anything like that, take the video and you're good to go. Then tip number 3, be aware of categories and classes when you rent a car. Don't book a car that it says you'll have this type of category car. Instead, learn exactly which type of model and vehicle you have received a quote for. Because if not, it just leaves deals open-ended for the company to basically pick a car to whatever suits their needs at that given moment in time, and not your needs. So you might actually end up with a car that might not be suitable for your trip, right? So you want to know that ahead of time. A good thing to know too is that during the pandemic, a lot of car rental companies to survive had to sell a big portion of their fleet. So now a lot of companies actually don't have enough cars, so high season is coming up. I can already see it. It's a problem renting a car. So a lot of companies will then rent in category, so they have more flexibility to swap and, you know, see what they can give you. But no, if you go with the company that I recommend, you will actually get to pick the exact model and vehicle, so you won't have any problems. And they do it in different ways as well, because let's say you have rented indeed a car category. What happens, especially what happened in high season, because there's not enough cars, and new cars are not coming in. The supply chain is completely messed up. Oh my God, the import taxes here are super high. So companies are not bringing in new cars right now. So they got to do with what they've got. And what happens sometimes too is that you'll arrive and they won't have a car available to you. You know, can you imagine? So those type of things will not happen with the company that I would recommend. So again, go to the description box below if you'd like to use that company. Either way, obviously you can also go with van rental services where you have a driver. I know it's not the same. It's good to have flexibility and have your own car rental, but sadly in Costa Rica, it's a little iffy to rent a car, but if you do, you know what to do, you know what to look out for, and now you know what to avoid. You guys, if you're new to this channel, I'm a Dutch expat. I've been living in Costa Rica for over 16 years. I co-own a travel company. And with this channel, I'd like to, you know, educate you, inform you, help you with anything related to Costa Rica travel and Costa Rica living. I have over 150 videos on this channel with all kinds of advice, hidden gems, entry requirements, you name it. So be sure to check it out. And, you know, subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell icon so you receive a notification every time I upload a new video. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help. Leave the comments below and I'll read them and I'll answer you right away. If you have any ideas on subjects I should do a video about, again, leave a comment below and I'll be happy to create a video on that topic. I want to thank you for watching. And I'm going to say hi from my home in Costa Rica. I meant bye. And see you in the next video. Ciao, pura vida.